Hey guys, so today I'm doing one of my very favorite types of videos to do, talking about, I guess, one of my very favorite topics, which is skincare. I love watching skincare videos. I love doing these videos. They've always been some of my favorite to film. And I told you guys months back when I had started like a new skincare regimen that I would update you guys in a few months and sort of, share with you guys what I kept, anything that I've replaced. And I think that I have found a really good, I've got to go get one thing. I've got to go get my makeup eraser. But I found such a good system that is working for me, something that really addresses everything that I need for my skin, which I think that a lot of you guys might share the same kind of issues. And even if you don't have the same exact type of issues that I do, I think that I'm using a lot of different products to that kind of address different things. So maybe there's something in here for you. Finding that balance with skincare is really hard because I don't like to just go and find a line and just say, okay, I'm going to use everything. And then I find that a lot of times I do like to mix certain things from certain lines together, but I don't feel like I have to use a whole entire line to get good results. And I think for me, first of all, I'll tell you about my skin, but for me, it's changed so much over the past 5 years especially. I never had any breakouts, any acne in high school and college. I had perfect skin. And then in my late 20s, I started having hormonal, adult acne. So, never count yourself out quite yet because you never know if it's going to hit you. And it's pretty difficult. I covered it pretty well, I think, and I still do because I have some dark, pigmentation issues left behind, which I am addressing as well, and I've gotten something that's amazing for that. Lately I've been super happy with my skin. During my pregnancy and everything, of course, it went super haywire, and now I feel like I've got a good balance. So I am 30 years old. I'll be 31 in July 16th. I'm excited. I do want to address those first signs of aging, but I also need products for acne-prone skin, and I have tried to use different lines and use products that may not be meant for acne. I'll have good results, but I always feel like there's something that I need a little extra. I may want to use a product that is antibacterial, or a product that has some acne ingredients, that's gonna help, but that isn't just going to blast my skin off like some teenage acne products. And I feel like over the last 5 years my skin has changed so much in that it can't really handle those things like it used to. So let's go ahead and jump in. I've got to turn the air down because I'm about to roast. I was thinking the other day I might start doing videos in other parts of the house here and there. It's just so easy to come in here and film though. It's so hot in this room. I'm gonna go turn the air down, and then I'm gonna go grab my makeup eraser, and I'll be right back. So let's get into it. With skin products and even any products, I'm usually not wishy-washy about things. You'll find that I stick to my old favorites, and while I've tried some new things, I don't just, say, oh guys, I'm using this huge line of skincare products, and then the next month you'll see that I'm using something else completely. So you'll kind of see how things evolved and how I'm still using some products that I've talked about in the past, but I've added new ones in, and that's why a couple months ago I said I want to do another one of these, because I know that things kind of evolve, and I think that I've found a really good balance. Because as I mentioned, what was missing from that previous video was that I needed some products that were actually geared toward acne. And I'm gonna start with, I'll start with my cleanser. I'll start with my nighttime routine. Okay, so first of all, I don't use any sort of makeup remover, it's so freeing, because for years it was I always have to buy makeup remover wipes, and then I started using the cleansing water. I wouldn't even say for a couple months, and that I wasn't into that. I don't want to have to buy cotton pads and use all that. It was just fussy. But I've been using the makeup eraser. I do have a video on this, a demo. It's wonderful, so I'm not going to get into that too much, but you essentially just wet it. It gets off all of your makeup. It's great. So, I use that. I will link to all these products below, and I'll link to that video if you want to see that demo, because I think it's pretty fun. Okay, so get my makeup off with that, and then I wash my face. And this is the second time I've had this. It is the Murad Acne Time Release Acne Cleanser, and it's the one that says Anti-Aging Acne. They have an Anti-Aging Acne line, which is huge because that's exactly what I need, like I mentioned. So I love it because it's not, it's like a balmy feeling product, and I have talked about this a couple years ago, you may remember, but this is my second one that I've used as of recent. It's very balmy feeling. You're not gonna get like a soapy, foamy feeling. It just feels like a balm that is super moisturizing, but yet it's got the silver citrate, which is an antibacterial property. It's got salicylic acid, which I've said in the past, usually I'm more of a benzoyl peroxide person, but I found that these type of products are doing me right. The Colleen Rothschild Salicylic Treatment Complex, I went through that, loved it. I noticed that, you know, it did good things for my skin, so I thought, well, maybe I'll try salicylic again, and I've been loving it. So it's got amino acids, hyaluronic acid, attract and bind, moisture the skin and all that. So you're not going to feel like stripped and gross after this. What I love about this is that it works phenomenally well with a Clarisonic. I've had this baby for years and years, and I go in phases with it, but I have busted it out and have used it consistently over the last month, and with this it is perfection. So I do have the strongest head they make, I believe, for your face. I know, like, maybe that's not the best thing to use, but I don't have any irritation. It's the one that's like super pore blasting cleansing. So maybe next time I might not buy this one, but I might. I just don't notice it doing anything bad. But it sounds kind of scary that I'm using like the strongest one, I think is what is kind of getting to me. But I think it is time to replace this head. It's looking a little frazzled. But yeah, I put this on my face, and it's, like I said, it's like a balm. Put some warm water on this a little bit and just go for it. Rinse is clean, but I think it's like in there. You know what I mean? Like your skin kind of soaks it up, and it's, I've just noticed a big change since using this, and I think that's what was missing from my last thing, was that I needed a cleanser like this. So I have really enjoyed that, and I think that is very absent from a lot of skincare lines or acne products that are targeted toward people with adult acne. Another thing, I try to use as less products as possible on my skin. That's another thing I meant to mention in the beginning that I've noticed that helps me. And I'll get more into that later. But I do need a treatment of sorts, and this is amazing. I went through an entire one of these maybe a year, 2 years ago when I was using this line. And I had used the other, they have another one too that's not anti-aging acne, it's just their regular acne cleanser. That's that's clear, and that's a great one too, but I do really like the one that says anti-aging, the Time Release Acne Cleanser. It's amazing. This one is the one that's really moisturizing. So anyways, this product, the Advanced Acne and Wrinkle Reducer, this is new in that they have reformulated it, and it is so much better than it used to be. So it's one of those things, it's like an all-in-one, like I said, as little products as possible, keep it very simple. This I can usually literally use just the cleanser, which is very moisturizing, makes my skin feel balanced and comfortable, which is what it's all about, and then use this. I don't have to use anything else, and I'll get into that in a second, but it's got some kind of collagen defense thing in it. It's got retinol, glycolic acid, of course, the salicylic acid, and it sounds like that's a lot of stuff, but it is seriously so gentle but yet effective. I can really tell a difference. So it smells like very fresh, minty, kind of spa-like, almost like it has a very like Aveda smell. If you're familiar with Aveda skincare products, that's what that smells like. And I would say the cleanser smells like that too. Like I mentioned, I don't have to use a moisturizer, and I hate when people are like, you have to use a moisturizer, you have to use a primer, and I'm like, why, when I get better results without it? So yes, you know, a moisturizer is important because you should always like have your skin feel balanced, but if your skin feels balanced without it, don't add one just because you feel like you have to. These two products are phenomenal together, and it's like super amazing. Now, every now and then, and that's literally all I use at night, I'll use my eye cream, which I use this one, the Colleen Rothschild Complete Eye Cream. This is my favorite eye cream. I was using the Murad Resurgence, whatever it's called, eye cream, and I didn't notice loving it as much as I did in the past. That was one that I actually have used a couple times in the past. I've gone through like different ones, and I just did not find myself thinking it was as phenomenal as it was. But this is just a very simple eye cream. It doesn't feel greasy, but it feels good. So this I wear day and night, and it's amazing. occasionally, and when I say occasion, I mean like maybe twice a week. After I use my acne and wrinkle reducer, you know, I'll brush my teeth or whatever, it'll sink in, and then I'll apply this. And this is the second one that I've had of this. It is the Murad Rapid Age Spot and Pigment Lightening Serum. It's 2% hydroquinone skin lightener. Okay, very rarely will I say that skin products offer like super immediate results. I do have a few things that do that, because I'm into that. But a lot of times, like with skin, you have to just like let it work over time. This is one of those things that in the morning I actually see a difference, and this is for those dark marks left behind by acne. And I think they have another similar product in the Murad line that is for acne spots, and I think it's the same with the hydroquinone, but I feel like I don't need anything. I just really just need this one that has the hydroquinone. I think that other one has maybe some acne treatment. I don't need that because I've already got that. Amazing. Like when I wake up in the morning, my skin looks more even, and that's what I'm kind of battling, is just the uneven pigmentation and stuff that's left behind that takes like a year or so to go away. You know, like when you've had a breakout and then there's that little purpley mark that just stays there forever. You can cover it up, but when you're not wearing makeup, it's just like, So yeah, this maybe like twice a week. I fell in love with this product. I don't know, I'm shaking it. I always shake it before I use it because I feel like it I just want all the ingredients, but whatever. It's the Colleen Rothschild Age Renewal Super Serum. I fell in love with this stuff. I've been using it for a while, but I literally will just put a couple pumps in my hand, or not a couple pumps, a couple just little, you know, and I'll pat it in this area. I don't break out here or anything, so using that heavy product doesn't matter, but that is where like a lot of signs of aging show up. I've noticed the biggest difference just in how my makeup applies right there and stuff. So at night, yeah, I will kind of take that and go, I don't need a moisturizer. I don't need anything like that. But if I did need one, and like I said, I just don't use it at night, occasionally I will reach for this. And if I did need a moisturizer, I'd be like slathering this stuff all over my face because I love it. But it's the Philosophy Renewed Hope in the Jar. This is the one with the glycolic acid in it, and it feels so nice, and it's a little whipped feeling. But sometimes if I'm a little, you know, if I always get dry right here. If I notice that I don't need it anywhere else on my face, usually, that's what I'll use. So if I find myself needing a moisturizer, that's what I'm gonna reach for. Okay, so now you're probably thinking like, okay, this video is super long, you haven't even gotten to your morning routine yet, but it's just so simple. I feel like this is a real like luxurious like treatment almost. It feels like that it's kind of, it takes a while, you know, not a while, but I definitely don't use this in the morning. This is just a nighttime only thing, like the Clarisonic. But this in the morning I don't always use because it's, I don't want to say fiddly because it's not, but it is. I mean, you know, it's a little, I just feel like I don't need it in the morning, you know what I mean? But I do, I'm totally not one of those people that's like, oh, you don't need to wash your face in the morning. It's just, you totally do. I mean, it's gross. So what I like to do is I just make it as quick as possible because my morning routine is usually like, you don't have time for anything, like get up, get ready, feed the baby. You know what I mean? So these I have fallen in love with again. It's the Murad Clarifying Wipes for blemish prone skin. This is my second pack that I've gone through. 30 come in a pack, so they'll last you about a month, but it's nice. It doesn't have any like harsh medication in it or anything. It's just water, witch hazel, a lot of good ingredients. They feel really cooling. It just kind of gets those oils off of your face without having to fool with like, you know, soap at the sink and stuff. But what I do is I'll, you know, turn on the water. If it's cold, I don't even care. And I like to just at least splash it on my face for my eyes, you know what I mean? I like to get, you know, if I have anything on my eyes or whatever. So I just kind of do that really quickly, towel it off, use one of these, and it's literally like 30 seconds. And then I will use this again in the morning. It's so light, it feels so great. This is just my favorite. This is my favorite, the Advanced Acne and Wrinkle Reducer. This is such a great product. And then I will use one of two things. Typically 90% of the time I go into my BB cream, and I've been using this again. It's the Acne the Clinique Acne Solutions BB cream. And it's just so different. I do have a review on this. If you have not seen it, you've got to check it out. I don't want to get into that in this video. It's a very thin one. The coverage is, it's a full, like you can literally get so much coverage out of it. It's so buildable. It feels so lightweight. It's not medicated, which I love. I don't like medicated makeup products like they have salicylic. I just find they don't hold up very well. And I've already got enough of that going on. It just is Acne Solutions because it will not break you out. It's wonderful. I think anyone would like it, acne or not. It's just amazing. And I have been using the Rachel K. It's good, but it dried out my skin a little bit. So I just really, really love this. If I'm going to use a foundation like, I don't know, like my Laura Mercier Silk Cream. If I'm really gonna use my IT, you know, Illumination Powder Foundation, this has so much coverage that you really can't do that. This is all you need. So it's so nice to keep this by my sink and know I can apply this. I'm ready to go, and literally I have my face on in 1 minute, like, and then I can go about my day, take care of Olivia, do what I gotta do, you know, not fuss. But if I know that I'm really gonna do my makeup, I'm not gonna use the Clinique BB, then I will use this moisturizer, because the Clinique BB has SPF 40, so that's a good SPF. But if I'm gonna go into like using a different kind of foundation or whatever, I do wanna have an SPF. I do want to maybe use a moisturizer. And so I use this one, which is the anti-aging moisturizer, SPF 30. I have barely used this because I just rarely do that. But it is very good and very light and very just simple, nothing, no big deal. So just a light moisturizer in the daytime. And then I go about my business, do what I gotta do. Sometimes I'll use an eye cream in the morning. Usually I just do it right there. I will not use it like up here. I'll just use it right there. I have been just in love with this though. I feel like my life is simplified. I feel like I'm using acne products that are taking care of my skin, but I also feel like I'm using luxurious, fancy, nice products. And I think that's what kind of kills it sometimes, when you use these harsh acne products and they're just not fun, you know? It's like they're not fun to use. You don't feel like you're doing anything good for your skin. And with this, I really do. And I just am so, so pleased with this whole balance of goodness that I've got going. And if you are like noticing first signs of aging, or you are there and you're like, I need to do something about this, you've got to try this. This is good stuff, and it's expensive, but the Age Renewal Super Serum, you could essentially use any type of skincare and pair this with it, and you know, that's all you would need. So, like for anti-aging. I will mention a few masks because I do believe that makes a difference for me. These are the two that I have found are just super wonderful. The Bosch Illuminizing Black Mask, which is a peel-off mask. I talked about this in a little more depth in a recent video, but I use that maybe like once or twice a week. I like that better than the blue one, actually. That one actually gives better results. The key with these is that you really have to not pile them on, but you need to put them on to where they'll dry and they'll peel easily. If you get it too thin, it's not really gonna do anything. So, but don't like cake it up. You just play with it, feel it out until you get it just right. But you do need to leave it on for a while. I think it's 30 minutes. So definitely look at the time. Sometimes I will feel it. If it's sticky, I'll leave it on even longer. Just make sure that this sucker is dry or you're gonna get no results, because the peel off action is what really gets you. So when you start to peel it off, it gets all the peach fuzz off of your face. It gets, I know, it's nuts. It's like a Biore strip. You'll see little dirt and like pores, and since it's black, you will see all of the dead skin, all of the crap come off your face, and that's really satisfying because I like that kind of gross skin stuff like that. I really like, I live for that. Like, I love it. I always like try to Biore strip Brad's nose because it's just so much fun, and he's always like, no, like running away from me. And then like the other night he came to bed and I was like, what took you so long? And he was like, oh, I used this thing on my face. I was so mad at him. I was like, I wanted to do that. Like, I like doing that. It's just funny. But anyways, and then the Glam Glow Super Mud Clearing Treatment. If I do find that I've got like some little things happening, or my skin's felt a little, like my pores feel a little clogged or whatever, this is a great mask, and it always gives me immediate results. Like that Bosch Black Peel Off Mask, immediate crazy good results, and you feel like your skincare just like sinks in and really takes after that. Your makeup looks so gorgeous the next day. It's so good. But this one is really good too. It's just very clarifying, very good. So I feel like we've talked a really long time about all this, but important. Skincare is really important, and I feel like over the years you'll notice that I've kind of kept some things similar. I've changed some things, but I feel like this is like finally my perfect balance. It's just easy. I feel like I'm not having to use a million things. I know that was a lot of different products to talk about, but really like when I'm using it, I'll usually just have like 2 things that I use, you know, and then a BB cream, or you know what I mean? It's just different categories that I think I had to mention, but it's very simple, I feel, and I'm really, really impressed. I continue to be impressed with the Murad products because I have liked them for years, but I've never really found anything that has like stuck where I've really kept it. And the Colleen Rothschild eye cream and the Age Renewal Super Serum, so good. Oh, and I know I talked about the beauty elixir just briefly. I need to do a face sprays video because I know that seems kind of weird, but there are so, like, there's a lot of information, a lot of different ones I found that are just totally different that I use for different things, like trial and error, that maybe I can share with you. But I love the Caudalie Beauty Water or Beauty Elixir because it has that like feeling of like freshness. But I really do find that the Colleen Rothschild one, I kind of like it better. It has caffeine in it. It's not like super minty. Sometimes I worry because the Caudalie one has a crap ton of oils and a crap ton of alcohol in it. It makes your skin look pretty when you mist it on after makeup, but I wonder, sometimes I feel like when I use it constantly, that's when I notice sometimes my skin breaks out, and I don't want to associate the two, but I've always kind of associated the two. So good, and it has that scent too that's natural, but not like set your face on fire. So good. So, we're done, I think. I will link to everything that I can below. I still need, I don't know if you can even see that's what that is back there, but I still need to use my new Smith & Co. nail polishes that I mentioned in my last video. Definitely check that video out. It was so fun talking about all those new products. But I'm gonna do that soon. Follow me on Instagram, and when I do it, I will post a picture. These nails are so chippy, and I need to do something about it, but it's hard, like, to find the time. Just don't do it. Thank you so much for your feedback. You know I gotta chit chat with you for like a good couple minutes, right? Thanks so much for your feedback in the last video about like doing different types of videos. I feel like I have done that in the past, and we're still doing beauty videos and stuff, but you guys love when I do like handbag reviews and purses and stuff like that, and you know, that's just something else that I really enjoy. I love handbags and stuff like that just as much as I love makeup and beauty and stuff. So I might do some of those videos, especially like I think the majority really of what I have is Louis Vuitton stuff. But I do have an order coming that's a little weird and a little different. And I'm gonna do an unboxing video, I think. I've never truly, I think, done one of those. But this is so good that I think I'm gonna do it. So that will come up in the next couple weeks. I was trying to like plan out when I'm gonna post certain things, but that will come up fairly soon. I have a tutorial coming up soon. I'm gonna still do that mail day haul. Oh my gosh, I've got so much stuff to show you guys. It keeps piling up and I keep putting that video off, and I'm just like, just do it already. So that's my little update with that. And so thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye.